Kyle is stressed out. He has 4 assignments due over the next 2 weeks and he's only written 2 sentences. How do you think Kyle deals with the stress? He brings 4 beers to his crusty computer chair, turns on his PC, and proceeds to spend the next 7 hours on his computer playing video games, trying to take his mind off the fact that he's being a little bitch. Chances are, you probably do or have done this before. You're stressed out about something, whether it be in work, school, or life in general, and in an attempt to get away from it, you spend the next few hours playing video games, going out, getting drunk, and possibly doing drugs as well. Well, I'm going to tell you this is the single worst way to deal with whatever's stressing you out at the time. Let's say you have an assignment due next week that you haven't started, and to deal with the stress, you play video games and put it off until tomorrow. And then you do the same thing the next day and the next. Now it's due the next day, so you rush it and get the mark which you aren't really proud of. Because what you've done is waste valuable time procrastinating on stuff that doesn't even give you any sort of benefit whatsoever. Instead of procrastinating because of stress, you need to channel that energy into something beneficial. The obvious choice is to do the work. Think about it. It only took you one day to smash out a fully completed copy of your assignment. Granted, it wasn't very good, but what would have happened if you'd started a week before? It only took you a few hours to finish. What if you had done that exactly 1 week before it was due? Then over the next few days, you went paragraph by paragraph, making edits, changing how things are phrased, making it better for only about 10 minutes per day before the final due date. Now you have a piece of work that you're proud of, and you did well on it because instead of waiting until the final few hours, you dealt with it straight away and worked on it each day leading up to the big time. If you don't want to be that organized and prepared, then at the very least, do something that doesn't leave you with a feeling of regret afterwards. If you play video games for a whole day when you know you have an assignment due in 3 days, you can't help but feel like an idiot and a failure when you know that you had other things to be doing, but you still wasted your day. At the bare minimum, go for a run, go to the gym, study something that isn't part of any school curriculum. At least that way, the time you spent that day wasn't wasted, it was put towards your other goals. Of course, I still recommend you just start the assignment because at that point in time, it's probably a little bit more important. But if you aren't going to put your time into that, then do not waste it. Your time, especially when you're in your teens and 20s, is so much more valuable than you could ever imagine. This is the time to set up the rest of your life, to try out different career options, to explore your passions, and find out how to make the most out of your life. So do not waste this time, because anyone older than you will kill to have it back and have that time and freedom again. Now remember, the hardest paths lead to the greatest destinations.